so much still now is the good memory for me. Thank you.
Others, that summer day where everything went well and memories of childhood. Well, I have one recently. So I moved to Sacramento about 2.5 years ago, and people have told me over the years, like, hey, the thing that we do in the summer is like we go rafting on the river. That's like a Sacramento tradition. And I was like, oh, that sounds like fun. But you know, I saw people out in rafts, and I was thought, well, I don't know where to put the raft in, or I don't know how to get the raft out, or what equipment is needed. So I didn't get to it. My son kind of pushed the envelope. He's like, Dad, are we ever going to get around to this before we like leave and go somewhere else? And I was like, yeah, okay, I got to do it. So I got on the internet, ordered a big Zodiac. It's supposed to fit 4 adults. You know, my daughter's like, nah, I don't want to hang out in the Zodiac. I want to be floating in a little floaty. And so I'm like, okay, 3 floaties more, you know. So got all the gear, went down the river and launched, you know, inflated the boats and launched. And my wife, Cressy, had read on the internet, like, hey, you gotta be careful, there's some rough characters out there. And so I was like, okay, kids, you know, don't provoke anybody. And started floating downriver, and it wasn't so much epicures in evidence. It seemed like the major fluid for hydration or dehydration was beer. So people were tanking down some beers, but the mood was very nice. And this was demonstrated because we got to a giant whirlpool, and suddenly we found our raft was going, we were floating down, but then we found that the raft was floating back upriver much more rapidly than we'd been coming down. And we became apprehensive, and we got stuck in the middle of a big whirlpool with 2 other watercraft. And one was about half the size of this table, and it had like 8 people in it. And 2 of the gentlemen were very chivalrous. They jumped overboard, and they're like, don't worry, we're going to get you guys out of the whirlpool. And so they like grabbed our raft and swam us out. And I was very impressed. You know, there was a good spirit out there. So it was a nice memory of the water sports for me. So with that, anyone else? Jack.
All right.
Well, I work in the water industry for 25 years, but the reality is that I am scared of water. So 3 years ago, my wife said, she knew that I'm scared of water. That means I don't swim, and I avoid going to the sea, lake, swimming, or anything. So my wife said, okay, we're going to go for vacation. It's going to be a boathouse in Shasta. So I'm terrified. I'm like, I'm not responding to her text message. I'm not saying anything. And she's already making plans because I'm not saying anything with other 2 families, and they're already booked. And I'm like, okay, I can't take this. This is where it is. But finally, to me it was like an adventure sport. And for them, it's like, oh, it's pretty cool. It's just a house, and it's going to go on the water. That's where it's standing. I think the way I look at it is because I've been working in a controlled industry, and my brain has been working in such a controlled manner. But if I can't control something, I get freaked out. So this is where the houseboat, we got into the houseboat, and it's just going wherever it wants to go. I have no control of this houseboat. It's on the water. I cannot take it there. I have to go there and come back over there. It is just terrifying. And finally, my other 2 family friends are like, Jai, don't worry, we'll take care of it. It's not going to sink or anything. And this was a time when we had dropped, and then the water levels were low, and I like, okay, if it sank, I'm probably going to survive. I don't have to worry about this. So we all took the boat, and we parked it in a place which had a we thought we were going to park it like in a garage so we can pull the boat out like this, and then we parked it overnight. We slept. Then in the morning we woke up and we wanted to take it out. Unfortunately, the boat was like this. And it stuck against the hills. So if it's a car, it's a different story. How do I do that? It was big, it was an adventure, and I'm looking at everybody and say, I told you so. This is not a great idea. But still, we managed to get out, and it took 45 minutes to straighten up to get this houseboat back on board.